Another summer day.
Michael Bublé's in Winnipeg, and he was on the town last night. I'm John Hendricks, and I'll show you where he went, coming up on CTV News.
I wanna go home.
Well, he may not be home, but Canadian crooner Michael Bublé says he is back in one of his favorite cities to perform in, Winnipeg.
The truth is, they're usually the best audiences. Places like Winnipeg or Saskatchewan are going to be probably a lot more rowdy than Toronto.
Say, let me go.
Bublé's performed in Winnipeg 3 times over the last few years, more than enough to have favorite haunts when he's here. Last night, he ventured out again.
I went and had dinner at a place called Hermanos, which was absolutely fantastic. Then afterwards, my tour managers, it was his 52nd birthday, so we went across the street to Highs, and I bought everybody drinks.
Bublé knows Winnipeg well, and his fans are equally familiar with him.
I think he's great.
Great and engaged. Bublé makes almost as many headlines with his love life as with his music. And many of his female fans were disappointed when they found out he's not saving the last dance for them. Bublé's getting married and even wears an engagement ring to prove it.
It was like this big deal, but the truth is, I was just trying to honor, you know, the customs of the girl that I love.
His fans aren't that disappointed.
He still sings to you?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And Bublé says that's where his focus is, delivering the goods on stage so he can continue to count on his Winnipeg fans.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Back to his home away from home. John Hendricks, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Time now.
He's a Canadian crooner known all around the world, and tonight Michael Bublé wowed thousands of fans at the MTS Centre. But before the big show, Nicole Dubé sat down with him and found out what he thinks about a lot of things, including Winnipeg.
Let me go.
Michael Bublé charmed even the media at his sound check today. And it's the 34-year-old's ability to deliver the goods that had Winnipeggers swooning at his MTS Centre concert.
I think seeing him in person will, like, fulfill my life.
I just haven't met you yet.
Yes, he may not have met these fans, but his stop in Winnipeg is a highlight on the crooner's Crazy Love tour.
Here in Canada, places like Winnipeg or Saskatchewan are going to be probably a lot more rowdy than Toronto, you know. I think people are a little more appreciative here.
And he sure appreciates Winnipeg cuisine.
I went and had dinner at a place called Hermanos, which was absolutely fantastic.
But tonight, thousands of fans just wanted a taste of him and his 13-man backup band. Oh, Michael! There's a reason the tour is called Crazy Love.
I lost 20 pounds so I could come to the because I couldn't get in the T-shirt. And I've been for a pedicure and in my hair done today.
For women of all ages, he's the total package.
Looks, talent, you know, everything.
He's so down to earth and he's so Canadian. I just love him. I love his personality.
Canadian is right. In a no-holds-barred Q&A this afternoon, the singer revealed he's a true hockey fan.
You know what? I'd like to see the Jets back here.
Let me go.
Yes, Michael, we too would like to see the Jets come home. Nicole Dubé, Global News.
Michael Bublé caught his Crazy Love tour in Winnipeg last night. There's no question Bublé is one of Canada's biggest stars, packing the MTS Centre time after time. Over the years, he's built quite a following and a reputation for interacting with his audiences, and he didn't disappoint last night. Earlier, Bublé spoke to CTV about his upcoming nuptials to an Argentinian actress. He also talked about co-owning the WHL's Vancouver Giants and says he supports bringing an NHL team back to Winnipeg. Mosquito last night. No, I don't. Oh, okay. I want to.
When you're standing before me, tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you just don't love me no more. Oh,
It's just sound check, but the unmistakable voice of Michael Bublé pierces through the empty arena. He is now right at home on stage.
I think early on in my career, I think that I didn't have enough confidence in myself to just allow the music to speak for itself. And I think sometimes I tried too hard, and even though people might have thought that I looked comfortable, I was trying. I was insecure, and I was trying to be funny, or trying to be entertaining, or trying to be charming. And I think I've come to a point in my life now where I don't really try. I just am, and I enjoy myself up there in a big way. It's really a lot more sincere, and I think it probably comes off.
Bublé's latest album, Crazy Love, has sold 5 million copies around the world and gone to the #1 spot on the charts in Canada, US, and in Europe.
You know, I tried to make a record that felt good, as opposed to sounding good. I mean, you want it to sound good too, but I looked back to my favorite records, which were Motown records and you know, Presley records, the Beatles records, and you know, they didn't have as much production. I mean, they had 8 tracks, but it felt really good, and the vibe was really important to me on this record. So Bob Rock and I went in and we recorded as many things as we could live to track, live to floor. We went in with the Dap Kings, who are a great group, and they record the same way. We recorded to 8 track, as a matter of fact, and that's the first time I've ever done that. And even with Foster, you know, when I sat down with him, I had a meeting with him in Vancouver, and the first thing I said was, I want this to be a really present record. I want us to go live off the floor. Listen, I used auto-tune, I used Pro Tools when I thought it was necessary. You know, for a song like Haven't Met You Yet, I wanted it to sound modern and poppy, and I have nothing against using the incredible, you know, technology we have now that make great, clean records, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too sterile, because I think that it's very easy to make a sterile record when you have all of those things at your disposal. You guys ready? Let me go.
Bublé's live show is a mix of cover tunes and originals, and he readily admits which songs are easier.
The originals are completely easy, simple, because no one can compare them to everything else. The standards are really hard. I mean, they've been interpreted by the world's greatest entertainers and singers, and it gets, you know, you can imagine. I mean, Cry Me a River has been done by how many incredible singers, and you know, I add one more to the mix, and you can compare it to all of them. Haven't Met You Yet, Home, Lost, everything. They're new, brand new, and you know, there's no.
With a successful CD, nationwide tour, and a beautiful fiancée, this Canadian superstar still remains grounded.
The fact that you think I'm grounded is a testament to me being Canadian, and me being able to fake sincerity so well, because really I'm an asshole. No, I think I'm the same as everybody. I mean, I'm an entertainer, so my ego is incredible. I mean, of course, I mean, I have a big ego, but at the same time, I'm also really insecure, and I'm just like you, anybody. I'm just a human being, and I have ups and downs, and you know, I rely on, you know, family and friends to keep it real for me, and they do. They really do.
Haven't